constant be in. Therefore, ST, the modulated signal, is cos plus right. This is what we derived yesterday, or this is what we discussed yesterday for continuous
Yes, sir.
phase. The received signal makes sense. So considering the symbol or considering transmitted symbol sequence to be of k symbols, right? Where ST right? Agreed?
So shouldn't we try to minimize the integral?
Oh, sorry, minimize. Sorry, yes, minimize this distance. My bad. Yeah, minimize the distance. Fine.
Yes, sir.
So now we want to minimize this distance and this. Now I1 to say or M. and therefore so which means that each of I1 to Ik can take m possible values. Agreed? Right?
Yes, sir.
And a sequence
Excuse me, sir.
of length
Excuse me, sir.
k can take how many values? Agreed?
Sir,
Yeah, Kirti.
sir, like so each symbol has k bits, like k bits out this k bits.
No. So each symbol has k bits. We have left the discussion defined behind. We are now transmitting k symbols. We have limited letters in the English alphabet, so we may have to reuse certain symbols.
Okay, so we are sending k symbols right now.
Yeah, we are sending k symbols right now.
Oh, okay, sir. Fine.
Okay, see, the one thing is that uh, we have limited number of letters in the English alphabet, right?
Yeah.
So because of that, I had to reuse k.
So M is like different combinations of symbols.
No, m is so each constellation has m symbols. So each symbol has log to the base 2 m bits. Okay.
So once again, could you define what is M? Like what exactly M is?
Number of symbols in the constellation.
Okay, sir. Fine. Yeah. Clear.
Fine. So sequence length can take m to the power k possible values. Fine.
Yeah, sir. Fine.
So now and there is one ST for each symbol sequence. Right? For each
Yes.
symbol sequence, there will be one ST generated. So RT corresponding to the RT that we receive have to search the ST that has minimum distance from RT. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Or we have to search over m to the power k possible symbol. Fine. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
So have you ever heard of the story where so the guy who invented chess?
So the rice one.
Yeah, the
The
rice one.
grains for each
Yeah, the
thing
grains,
doubled.
rice, wheat. Yeah, you have heard that story, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So for the ones who haven't heard that, let me reiterate quickly. So the guy who invented chess went to the king with the game, and the king was pretty impressed with the game. So the king asked him that, okay, what do you want? That guy said that, okay, I just want some grain. The king was happy that, okay, I've gotten rid of this guy. He would have asked for some jewels or something like that, but he's simply asking for grain. So the king asks him, how much grain do you want? See that he said that not much, just I want you to place one grain of rice or wheat in the first. So the chess board has 64 squares. So I want you to give me 1 grain of rice for the first square, 2 grains of rice for the second square, 4 grains of rice for the third square, 8 for the fourth, and so on. So you double the number of grains for each square, and I'll be happy. King agreed readily that this doesn't seem that big a number, and he uh, uh, agreed and got busy in other things. A few days later, the minister comes to the king and tells him, "Hey, our entire kingdom is in debt, and even if we sell off everything, we won't be able to buy this guy's grains, and we are only at the." Can you guys hear me?
Yes, for some time it you went mute
Okay.
almost.
So this the monitor on my desktop flashed. Maybe I don't know. So the good thing is that it's back now. Yeah. Anyway, so you we our kingdom is in debt, and we haven't been able to reach the 50th square yet. So you see so that is a 2 to the power k kind of a problem. You see how quickly these problems. So this is just to tell you that how quickly these problems escalate. So we won't be able to search as the number of symbols increases. So what do we do? So this is where Viterbi algorithm comes into play. I'll describe the Viterbi algorithm for a simple case. So actually, to answer this, I have the Viterbi algorithm. Oh, it's gone again. And let us consider simple two-state simple example of with a two-state trellis. So instead of describing the Viterbi algorithm, what I'll be doing is I will give an example and the algorithm will become clear. Fine. So we have a two-state trellis. We know that we start at time 0 at state 0, and there are two states S0 and S1. So time 0 we start at 0, and time k t we end at state 0, and in between this I believe should be fine. In between, so there are 2 to the k possible paths that you can take from going from 0 to 0, right?
Yes, sir.
So now how do we do this? So how does the Viterbi algorithm work? So the answer is that since say let there be a phase transition when 1 is sent and no phase transition case of 0. Fine. Okay, this is what we are sending. So let's start. So let's consider. Let us consider state at t equals 2. So S0 t equals 2 you can reach, or S1, this is S1, S0. So at t equals to 2, you can reach S0 in how many ways?
So 4
So
ways.
is it just 2
2 ways. S0 in 2
or
ways.
S1?
No, S0. S0 in 2 ways, S1 in 2 ways. S0 in this one way, and the other way of reaching S0 is this. So 0, 0, 1, 1, right? Similarly,
Yes, sir.
you can reach S1 in 2 ways. The color hasn't changed yet, but 0, 1 and 1, 0, right? So there, now the color changed. 2 paths leading into S0. There are 2 paths leading into S1. So now for S0 for paths leading into S0, consider the distance D00 and D11. Fine. We consider these two distances. We can.
Yes, sir.
So basically D00 is integral 0 to 2 D00 integral 0 to 2 R T minus S hat T whole square dt, where S hat T is such that In equals or In sequence -1 -1. Fine. D11 similarly is whole square dt such that In equals, right?
Sir,
Yeah,
like why we are taking integral here instead of taking summation?
you
Like
can
we are
take a summation because I was dealing with everything in terms of continuous sequences till now. That's why.
But we are right now in bits, right? Like for example, minus
No,
one and
no,
one.
we are not in bits. We are still dealing with waveforms here. We haven't reduced anything to the baseband equivalent here, if you might notice, or we haven't
Oh.
reduced anything via match filtering or.
Okay. R of t and S of t are in waveforms, but its interpretation is.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so
This will be helpful. You can reduce it to baseband equivalents and match filter coefficients as well without any problems. You can reduce it to summation as well.
Oh, then fine, sir. Then fine.
Yeah, it's just so you know how integration and summation are interchangeable. We have discussed that a lot.
Yes, sir. Fine. Yeah.
So see here, I wrote everything down in terms of integrals. That's why everything is in terms of integrals. Even if you look at my handwritten notes, those are in terms of summation. Those are slightly different from what I'm doing right now. Handwritten notes, so you can look at that form. But since I'm discussing everything in terms of integrals, that's why I'm continuing on that path. Fine.
Okay, sir.
So you have this now. Thankfully enough, one of these will be small and one of these will be large. Agreed? One of these will be bigger than the other.
Yes, sir.
These being equal is a zero probability event, since these are continuous random variables.
Yeah.
So one of these will definitely. One of these will be bigger than the other. So we can count that one out of all the future calculations. Because so now if you start at this point, S0, when you are moving from S0 to this, or you're moving from S0 to here, or you're moving at t equal to 3, whenever you're moving anywhere, you can you either take this or you take this. You start as a fresh sequence here, or I would say that you would consider these two you would the 4 paths or the 8 paths that reach these points. 4 of those paths you can eliminate because those will the matrix will always be larger. Agreed?
Sir, once again.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yeah.
so you are saying that while continuing ahead, I could say that, okay, I am at S0. So
Yeah. So
I did not know how do I know the exact path I took to S0
no,
or
you can only say that out of the 2 paths that lead to S0 at time 2, this one is more likely. Or this one has a smaller distance. Now, I'll argue the other way, or I argue slightly differently, that say S0, say you continue through S0 and in the next state, you get, I can actually write what here D 0 0 0. If I end up here as plus something plus another integral actually, right?
So
And D 1 1 plus the same something, because it will be the distance between S0 and it will be the distance over the same path, right?
So
Yes,
you are saying like this, right? So it will be like right now we are given from run, like if we wrote the integral from 0 to 2, the next something will be like running from 2 to 3.
The same integral from 2 to 3 in both the cases, right?
Yeah.
So if one of these is bigger, say D00 is bigger than D11 or D11 is bigger than D0. So let's say D00 is bigger than D11, then D110 will definitely be bigger than D000. Sorry, D000 will definitely be bigger than D110 because we are adding the same thing.
Yeah, sir. Yeah. Yeah, correct.
So I can, by this logic, I can eliminate D00 out of all future calculations.
sir, D110, right?
D110.
D110
Eliminated.
survives. D110 is smaller.
So it is, so D000 would be smaller, right?
Okay, maybe. So, okay, let me write everything down formally. That will be easier for. So D00 is bigger. That's what I said, right? Or did I say smaller?
Smaller, sir.
Smaller, yes. Then D00 is smaller. Therefore, D00 plus something is less than D11 plus the same thing. And we can eliminate D00 out of, or D11 out of all future calculations. D00 is designated the survivor path. Fine. D00 is called the survivor path. Okay. So
Yes, sir.
similarly, at S1, I can have one surviving path out of 10 and 11. Right? Say I choose 10. So now if I look at the trellis, what we do is I say 00 survived, and here I say 10 survived. So instead of 4 paths leading into S0 and S1 at time equals t equals 2, I have just 2 surviving paths leading into it.
Yes, sir.
Right? And
Yes, sir.
here, oh, now it's, I'll switch back to red. I hope it, no, it doesn't work. So yes, I wanted to use green for the next one, but yeah, it's back to red. So similarly, out of these, at t equals 3, I can say that this path into S1 survives and this 000 into S0 survives. So again, at t equals 3, I can reduce everything to 2 surviving paths.
Yeah.
And therefore, so at t equals 3, you notice that instead of calculating 8 possible paths, I have just had to calculate 4 possible paths. Agreed?
So which 4 possible paths?
So see, out of say I write it like this. This will make things slightly simpler. Say d t equals to, oh, sorry. Let's say I draw the table here. T equals 2, t equals 3, t equals 4, t equals 5. S0, S1. Fine. So 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. Right? I say that these two survive. So at t equals 3, t equals 4, 5, and 6. T equals 3. I only have to calculate 0, 0, 0. And so 0, 1, 0, 1 would lead into S0 because 1, 1 is no longer valid. So 1, 1, 0 won't be there. 1, 0, 1 will lead into S0, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And similarly here, I can say 1, 0, 0 survives and 0, 0, 1. So I calculate these 4 possible paths. I say this survives and this survives, suppose, out of these. So again here, I calculate 0, 0, 0, 0 and 1, 0, 0, 1. Agreed? So here again, I have to choose out of 4 possible paths instead of 16 possible paths.
Yes, sir.
So instead of 4 possible paths, I choose these. And next stage, out of 30, instead of 32, I will have to choose out of 4.
Sir,
Yeah.
you are saying right that I know this, like this is most probable a path, or like this is
Yes,
observed
yes.
symbol. Like
Yes.
how do we know that exactly? Like it is like we would have detected it and like we would have estimated it.
We eliminate the less likely path. So that's what. So integration. We used a simple property of integration. Right.
Yeah,
Just a
okay.
second. I'm getting a call. Oh. Vodafone people. Yeah.
Sir?
Yeah.
Sir, so basically at each point we are seeing what the early, I mean, we know what the value we got or the signal that we received, and
Yes.
we know what the past, say n-1th
We
symbol
don't know what
was.
the past is. We don't know what the past is. We are trying to detect the entire sequence. Had we if we exactly know what the past is, then we can eliminate. We can actually detect symbol by symbol, but we only know what's the most likely sequence in the past.
Yes, sir. So for our estimate of our past, that
Yes.
is something that we know, right? So if I
Yes.
know at t is equal to 3 that I got 0, 0, 0, I
Yes.
can estimate that if I got a 0 at t is equal to 4, this will be the path that I have been
Yeah, that's the
following.
most likely path.
So, sir, can I discard? I mean, how is the, say, at t is equal to 3 keeping the, I mean, t is equal to 1 and t is equal to values relevant to us? If I just know that t is equal to, I mean, if this is the path, but at the end I am getting,
So you know,
because
so
I have
you don't
already
know
out.
what is the path. You say that you know that you start at S0 and you end at S0. That you know, and it can follow any path out of 2 to the power m paths within that trellis. Fine. You have to just find the most likely path.
So,
Yeah, Kirti.
so like in this, like you have shown that we need to keep track of all the entire past values. Like for example,
Yes,
t is equal to
this
4. We are
requires more
keeping.
memory. So this
So
requires more bookkeeping or more memory at the cost of less computational complexity.
yeah, but if we know that, like if we just know the previous value is either 0 or 1, we'll be able to calculate the next value, right? Estimate.
Yeah, you
Is
don't
it possible?
know that. You don't know that the previous state was S0 or S1. You can only say that
Like,
if this was S0 or if this was S1, then what will happen? Then you
yeah.
know that the terminating state is always S0. Then you'll have only one path survive into that S0. That's how it works.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because see here at this point, you know, don't know whether it is S0 or S1. You say that if it terminates at S0, then this is the most likely path. If it terminates at S1, or if the state at this point is S0, then this is the most likely path. If the state at this point is S1, then this is the most likely path. You are calculating those for both the states, and then you know the terminal state. You know that you always terminate with S0, so you calculate the paths up till you reach that last S0, and there out of the 2 paths that lead into that S0, only one will survive, and that will be your most likely path.
Okay. So, and one more thing, like, do we need, like, for example, at t is equal to 5 means we just need, like, our motive is to find what is that fifth at that instant, what is the symbol, right? Bit, right? Like bit in the sense 0 or 1.
Our motive is to our motive in modulation in signals with memory, our motive is to detect the entire sequence at once.
Oh, okay.
Because each symbol is dependent on the past symbols. Now.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So because of that, we cannot do symbol by symbol detection, or symbol by symbol detection is suboptimal because of that. So you guys have started coding in information theory?
So we have done source coding.
No, not source coding, channel coding.
No, so that is still left.
Okay, because channel coding is what? So Viterbi algorithm, have you heard of convolutional codes in that regard? No, you haven't
No,
heard
sir.
of convolutional codes. Okay, convolutional neural networks, that you would have heard.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so convolutional codes. So Viterbi algorithm, this is not the only application of Viterbi algorithm, though I must say that all the GSM phones worked on this idea. All the GSM phones used Viterbi algorithm to detect the symbols. So if we discuss code, I don't think we'll have time to discuss coding, but after this, we will discuss finite band channels or band limited channels. And there we will talk about more applications of this Viterbi algorithm or sequence detection. So how this is modulation with memory was one example, but there are more features in the channel, or there are channel characteristics that force us to use these. Fine. So I believe you have an idea how Viterbi algorithm works.
Yeah, kind of. Sir.
Yes, sir. Sir, one last question. So, say, I don't know. So, do I know at the receiver that where I started with?
Yeah, you. So generally, what we do is we always start at state 0 and you always end at state 0.
Okay, sir. So now my question is that 0000 and 1000 are both equally they are not equally
No,
likely.
they're not equally likely. They have different
Yes, but
values. Those have have different matrix, but you cannot say that presently it is at S0 or S1.
Okay. Okay.
You have to take that if it is at S0, this is the most likely path. If at this point it was at S1, this would have been the most likely path. You can only say that.
So,
You cannot
so
say
but
that it's likely
how
to
do we
be at
decide?
S0 or S1. That you cannot judge.
So, but that is of information to us, not S0 or
That
S1, but what
that
is?
will become clear once you. So see, t at t equals 5, t equals 4. There in t equals 5, there will be information about t equals 4.
Yes, sir.
You have to take that information into account as well. So see, based on this, based on whatever we have received, I can say with certainty that the second symbol transmitted was most likely 0. And the second and third symbols were most likely 0. We cannot say about the first and the last symbol, but the second and the third symbol are most likely 0 based on what the table that we have drawn.
Oh, okay, sir.
And as you extend this, more patterns will come out that will make sense. You can make some
Okay,
sense
sir.
out of the preliminary results, but you cannot say that these are the final results. Okay.
Yes, sir,
Fine.
that is clear.
Yeah. So we will actually, this finishes the discussion on modulation with memory. And so the next topic that I would want to start is what? Yeah, channel or so the next topic that we will start is signaling for band limited channels. In an ideal world, I would have started this topic yesterday, but we'll start it tomorrow. Anyway, so that's all for today. Viterbi algorithm took less time than I expected, but I wanted one entire lecture for Viterbi algorithm. So we'll stop now.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, bye. Have a nice day, all of you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Bye, sir.